Hey, so this week, G, we have one of the most interesting assistant coaches that I've ever met.
He's like the Dos Equis guy, the most interesting assistant coach. For sure.
And he
For
is
sure.
he is so sharp and just so like inspirational. Like
And humble.
I'm so thankful that Coach Lee decided that he wanted to do the show. And when he let us know that he was on board, I was just like, yes, I know you feel the same way.
Women's assistant coach at UTPA, 96 to 2000, but had a huge impact on the men's side as well. So we always remembered him. We always wanted him on the show, and he finally is here.
Yep. So without further ado, Coach Lee, take it away.
1, 2, 1, 2. All right, let's roll.
Welcome. You're listening to the Saddle Up Podcast,
where we discuss everything related to UTRGV athletics, past or present. We'll catch up with old teammates, friends, and take you down memory lane
with exclusive interviews.
This is the Saddle Up Podcast, the voice of your covered walkway streets.
So dope.
This is gonna be awesome.
Stay tuned for new episodes every week.
From Bronx Village to the Fieldhouse, we'll cover it all.
Hell yeah, dude. Carpe diem.
So saddle up and let's go.
Let's go. Saddle up, partner.
Hey guys, welcome to another great episode of Saddle Up. We got none other than G Garza with me. G, what's up?
Yeah, but I'm always here, man. I'm really excited about the guest that we have today.
And the guest that we have this week is none other than the one, the only
legendary
coach Rod Lee. What's up, Coach Lee?
Hey, what's up, fellas? How are you doing, man? Glad to be with you on this podcast, man.
Man, you looking sharp as ever, man. You looking sharp as ever.
Represent that little
right.
orange a little bit, just a little bit of Texas.
Exactly.
New TGVR orange too,
There you go, man.
Yeah. There's a reason for that. We're going to talk about that.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Coach, where are you at nowadays? I mean, obviously you coach, and we'll get into why you're on the show, right? For those that don't know, Coach, you were an assistant for the women's team. What years were you there?
Wow, that was 96 to 2000, maybe.
Yeah, wow. That sounds correct.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Those are glory. Those are Matt's glory years right there.
Oh man, I mean, we had a Hall of Fame inductee, Alex Gravel from Canada got inducted. She called me back down to Rio Grande to do her induction. It was a great team.
Man, Coach Lee, I know that you posted something on Facebook, mentioning those girls, that you coached. Can you kind of just go down the line and just kind of mention their names here on this, so that the people that are watching be like, man, I remember her.
Hey, Danielle. I mean, she's the short monster. She just was D'ing up everybody. 4'11", D'ing up everybody.
That's right.
Then Jenny Dayton, she was everywhere on everybody's mind, and they didn't like her there.
Oh yeah, very well known here in the Valley. Jenny Gaitan from Edinburg. Mm-hmm.
She's a great kid. Has great kids now, following up, playing basketball too. So that's a great. Right. Julie Shakin, the one and only. No other person like Julie Shakin.
Julie still has a single game record for most rebounds in a game, right? It was like 20 something boards in one game. She was
26. She had. Yeah, she does. And I haven't been on the record book, but every so often I'll post something and then they'll come back and highlight it. Yeah, that's it, Coach. That's right.
Yeah. Wow.
Tammy.
So who else was that? So Michelle
Hinton. Yeah.
Ginny
Tammy.
Ray,
Buffy.
Shout out to Buff.
Judy Garza.
Kelly Garrett she was a really great coach. Had a really great coaching career at Harlingen South with Brian Molina. Really
she played like a coach. She knew, very knowledgeable.
Bobby Cole.
Yeah.
Tammy Wilson was a senior my freshman year. I saw you post that on Facebook the other day about the best team that you had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those girls, I love them. And then there were a few professors that piggybacked on it and agreed, said they were his favorite.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shout out
it
to
just meant a lot.
Yeah.
Especially for us to be our first team coming off the street. It was just great to have those kind of kids that were invested, ready to work.
Now you were there 96 to 2000. Obviously, the landscape of college basketball has changed, both men and women. And we'll get into, and you know this firsthand because we'll talk about your girls in a minute. But how do you see the landscape now? Like, doesn't it amaze you what you were able to do with so little back then as to what teams have now? You know?
Oh yeah. If you look in that picture, it was just Coach Halligan and I. That's it.
That's right. Yeah, too. That's right.
One program. So, and we were playing Western Kentucky, La Tech with what's his name? Leon Barmore. We were playing and actually Vic Schaefer was at Sam Houston State. We played him. It's amazing. And Kansas State coach Mitty was at Arkansas State.
That's right.
It was the landscape. I mean, it was huge without being huge. The people that came from that. Kim Mulkey was at La Tech. She was an assistant. So it was just, and the funny thing about that whole situation is most of those coaches, when they came to the Valley, they went to Mexico. They didn't practice. They didn't shoot around. They went to Mexico.
There's a story that La Tech would always send their third string down to.
That's right. It was true until we took over.
Wow, that's amazing.
We forgot a person, Angela Casas, and because
Angie
you mentioned that, Western Kentucky, 3 WNBA players. Angela Casas gets 22 rebounds in that game.
Wow.
And she's 5'8".
Against La Tech. They were ranked number 1, 2?
Yeah,
they were
2.
Yeah, top 5 for sure.
Yeah, Western Kentucky, same type of game. She just willed herself. And every rebounding opportunity, she was special. She's also connected with us, and we're going to do a get together in Texas when Jordy goes down in June.
Okay,
that's awesome.
So let's talk about your girls, right? Because we were talking about the landscape of the ball back then, late 90s, right?
Yeah.
You got 2 girls now, Sophia the oldest, Jordy the youngest, right? Sophia is at Sac State, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And what is she classified as?
She's a sophomore. She's a sophomore academically, freshman basketball wise.
Oh, nice. Okay, great.
So BYU originally, and then the associate head at BYU took the job at Sac State and brought her back home.
Okay, great. Home. So she's closer to home, right? So you get to see her more, right?
Hey, she says, Dad, clean clothes and groceries and good food is 45 minutes away.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The necessities.
Awesome. That's why G still lives right around the corner from his mom. So
that's it. I mean, a 2-minute, 10-minute walk, 2-minute run.
I love her. She's awesome.
Shout out to Miss Bertha. That's right.
Yeah. Man.
And Jordy is a senior, correct?
Yes, senior at St. Mary's High School.
Now, let me ask you this. This is a question I thought of last night. Does Jordy eat a lot of fast food?
No, she doesn't even like chocolate.
Why? Why not? I thought McDonald's would be her favorite food.
Oh, man. She doesn't like In-N-Out. She doesn't like any of that. She's pretty, I mean, what Dad cooks pretty much is her makeup. It's just.
Well, I'm just saying because Jordy was just announced that she's a McDonald's All-American, so I figured,
Yeah, she would like to say it, but she would be not being honest at that time.
So she needs to rearrange that mindset, man. Now it's NIL money. You got to start thinking differently,
You're right. You are so right.
Yeah. So I'll sit down. Man. I'll talk to her about it. But congratulations with Jordy being named McDonald's All-American team.
Oh yeah, it's more of a testimony to her, just dedication and
Yeah.
my availability with retiring. I was just able to get to we practice every day except for today at 12:35. Everybody else is going to lunch. She's going in the gym to get 45 minutes of probably 300, 350 shots up and different moves depending on the scouting report. She's ready. If they're playing zone, we're getting zone shots, step backs. If they're playing man, she's concentrated on what moves she's going to make. What are the strong areas in the defense? She's locked in.
Amazing. That's
She's got to be a
amazing.
coach's kid. Like, I mean, this
You got to be.
Like, now, has she ever been down to the Valley before? I mean, because your wife, Georgia, that's where y'all met, correct? Is down in the Valley?
Yes, we've been to San Antonio, but we haven't been to McAllen. And my Sophia actually is going to McAllen in April for spring break. So she's trying to get Jordan to go, but with the McDonald's game in April, I don't think it's going to happen. But Sophia will be back in the Valley, and she's actually going to South Padre Island too to hang out.
Okay, all right.
We'll tell you, yeah, we'll watch over them, Coach. You don't worry.
All right.
Don't worry, man. We'll chaperone whatever we need to do.
Yeah, give Sophia G's number and
Yeah.
call this guy.
I got a lot of gift cards she can use. You don't have to.
Cinnaholics, we'll get a wing bar, whatever they need, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. So, Coach, what did so you were there 96 to 2000. What did you do after that? Where did you go? How did you you extend your coaching career or
Oregon State? I went to Oregon State after that, and I helped run the men's and women's camp, and then I was head coach at Scio High School for boys. Actually, I was head coach for all the programs. I was boys varsity, freshman, track, cross country, everything.
How many students did that high school have? Like 10? Like what? Like
no, it was huge school. It was probably, I'd say, about 1,000. It was one of the bigger schools in that area. They just wanted consistency. They just
wanted one coach. They were scared of the budget, man.
They wanted consistency, and they thought me. I was there every morning, like 5:45. Turning the lights on. They said, "Hey, he wants to be around here. Let's keep it."
Let's take care of this guy.
So
and then I had just
all the programs.
At the last part of it, I had gotten a job at an Oregon school, in Albany, and that was the best women's job in that area. But then, long story short, I was taking care of the then UOP coach, the Pacific coach. I was taking care of his mom because I was kind of working part-time in a long-term care facility. And his mom wouldn't take meds from anybody. She'd throw them at him, throw them on the floor. So you eat them, you go. And so the charge nurse said, "Hey, you got her. You go in the room and that's your patient every day." I said, I don't even know the person. And you're going to give her to me. So I go in the first time and I just get a chair and I sit at the door. I don't even really go in the room. I just sit at the chair. And she looks over and says, "What are you doing here? What kind of trouble you into?"
Well, that's just a testament of the kind of person you are.
Hey, I'm into you. Whatever you want, I'm into you. He said that. You're the first person to say something like that since I've been in this god-awful place.
Nice. So you struck up a friendship. And then
she called, long story short, she called her son and said, "If you don't hire this guy, you're crazy." He came down the next day, we met, and I was on my way back to Stockton to coach at UOP.
Wow. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, that's when for the memories right there.
That's insane. So now you're coaching the Pacific. You and Georgia got two beautiful daughters. Raised them, and Sophia, like, obviously you and I are friends on Facebook, so I got to see the growth of the girls, right? Like playing AU and and playing against each other, because I know that was just competitive, right? It's just too, like oil and water.
First time I put a basket in the yard, we waited till they were like 9 and 11 because we knew how we would be coaching them. So the first day I put the basket in the they put the ball, and they spent the whole time on the ground wrestling for the ball. I said, get up and go inside.
You didn't have to worry about diving on the floor. Like,
oh man, they were
right.
I'm like, that's not how the game's played. Go inside, hug each other, and we'll try it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's a good problem to have, Coach.
That's
a good problem to have. Yeah. Make sure that they're like over aggressive, right? You can always tame them down.
That's the way they play. And I mean, they played with boys earlier. I didn't let them play with the girls right away. They played with boys probably for their first 2 years. That aggression, the speed of the game, they were really dialed into that part. And the boys wouldn't pass them the ball, so they had to learn to do other things, defend and rebound.
Right.
So it was a really good formula.
You know, G sent me something the other day, a message. I think it was Billy Donovan, who kind of had ties to Pan Am through Coach Brooks and Coach Patino.
Oh, wow.
But Coach Donovan said that what's wrong with players today is they don't practice what they're going to do 95% of the time on the court, because you only have the ball 5% of the entire game.
Right.
Right? To either shoot or whatever, to dribble, pass, whatever. You only have the ball 5% in totality of the game.
Right.
What are you doing to
the other 95,
contribute to the game or to the success of the team that other 95% of the time?
That's true.
And
so true.
By you just telling that story where the boys wouldn't pass the girls the ball, or they didn't think they could play, they learned other aspects of the game like defense or whatever. They were learning that 95% of the game
early.
Now you give them the 5%, and you got a McDonald's All-American. You got 2 D1 players. So
it was a great formula, and there you get your sprinklings of Bobby Knight descendants type coaches and stuff like that that give you little statements, little sayings. Well, you're nothing unless you play defense, or championships are won with defense. All those kind of resonated with me. So it was funny. A parent came up after the last game and said, I love your daughter, and it's not even anything she does with the ball on offense. I love her because the foundation of her game is defense. And she takes pride in it. And Sophia's the same way. They get after it. And it's 94 feet. If the coach wants them to play 94, they're in them. They're in them.
That's like one of the proudest moments for a parent, right?
Like not about what
to hear that from somebody else
on the ball. It's what she does like on defense. That's amazing. Now I kind of want to throw this in there, but Jordy played for a very famous AAU team, right, up in the Bay Area. Can you mention who she played for and what that particular player, who's an Olympic champion and a Hall of Famer in his own right, and NBA champion, what he has said about Jordy and her game?
Jason Kidd. The program is called Jason Kidd Elite, and she played for 2 years for the 17s and 1 for the 16s, and it was he's been more than like NBA coaches come in and they throw a bunch of money at a program and put their name on the program, and that's what they do. But he comes in, and on any given game, he's sitting next to us on the bench. He's coaching. The first time I saw him was actually we were playing, and that Jordy was going to 17s, and we were in Texas. And I swear, I was like, hey, who's that? And I looked, it's Jason Kidd. And then I took my phone out. I took my phone out. And in 15, 16 minutes later, he's still chopping it up with Jordy. So I was like, hey, what were you talking about? He said, you know what? Your daughter just killed me. She scored 29 points, had 11 rebounds, and told me she didn't play a good game. So I wanted to talk to her and find out what was on her mind. What was a good game?
Wow. And then he recruited her to come and play on the team, huh?
Man, he did. She was already there. It was great, man. It was great. And he comes out to California. Every time we go anywhere near, he's come to Texas to visit. I think he'll be there for the McDog game. So it's just a great association, and a lot of her success. I mean, she had probably 50-something offers from Power 5 and top 10 top schools in the country. And a lot of it was through his program. He takes them and he puts them in the best environments to compete. And we don't have to play with the Nike circuit, or we don't have to play with the Adidas circuit, because Jason Kidd finances it. He plays their airfare, plays their hotel, their meals. And we went, I'm gonna go for a sec. I'm gonna walk with you for a second. We went to a final season party in New York last year, and he paid for the whole team to come out and watch Jordy at the Nike event. She was invited to go and play at the Nike event, and he brought the whole team out to watch her, and then as a result, the team got to play at Rucker Park in New York.
Wow.
Yeah, so that and this is what he gave all the coaches and players. I'm gonna see if I can do a good job showing it here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you can see that.
What?
Oh man, dude, that is
so
awesome.
dope.
I mean, and it is weighted. It has weight. It's
no way.
It's hey, you could win an NCAA tournament and not get a ring like that.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
You can graduate from Pan Am and not even get a ring.
That's an NBA championship ring right there, man.
I was like, that's crazy. It lit up when I opened it up. I was like, oh my God.
You got a Super Bowl ring right there.
Exactly. That's the only thing that it kind of could equate to. Yeah,
Wow,
the kids were
awesome.
And that's your ring, or that's Jordy's ring?
That's mine. I was
that's what I was saying.
Parents and coaches.
Gave all the parents and coaches,
coaches and parents. I was a coach on the 17 youth. So
yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, we got volleyball championship replica rings waiting for us. At UTRGV. Shout out to Coach Lowry. But that doesn't. I don't know if that
doesn't
equals
equate
what
to
you got,
what you got, Coach. But, congratulations. Yeah.
Hey man, it's at UTGRV have been doing good volleyball. They've been doing great.
They've been killing it. Everything, the whole program. Shout out to Chase, but the whole program has just grown immensely. We were all there right around the same time, right? In the same.
Yeah.
So we remember it one way, but G and I have the opportunity, or have had the opportunity. G goes back more, but to see the growth and what is the culmination of so many people's hard work.
Wow.
You wouldn't even recognize it, Coach. It's insane. What they're doing, what they're building, the camaraderie, the family atmosphere. It's insane, and it's a really
nice.
enjoyable experience to be around.
You can see all the
nice to
makings
see.
while we were there. All the people, like the bus driver, Lupe, just all the people, all the things that that helped us do our day to day. I mean, I think Lupe was the first guy. That's one of my big notes for a long time, is that my mom said, you always got to get to know the people who do the little things. You always got to get, because anything you need done, they can help you. They'll get you the keys. They'll get you wherever. And Lupe was that first person that at Pan Am. I mean, he was, he was the bus driver. He was he did everything.
He did everything.
He did.
And to speak what you're saying, they probably got 10 people doing his job now,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
Lupe was a gem, man. Rest in peace, Lupe. But he was
that is so right.
Gem.
Man, I love that guy, man. I loved him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, Coach, we're running kind of short on time, and I can't thank you enough for coming on the show. And
oh man, this is great, man.
But G and I, we usually play we call it the speed round, right?
Okay.
And so G's gonna ask you a bunch of questions.
Oh man, yeah.
You've got to go. It's either this or that, right?
Okay.
One or the other. So G's gonna ask you the question, and you just
pick it out.
And
all right.
The answers. Yeah, exactly. So here we go.
And Coach Lee, I don't know when the next time you're going to come down to the Valley, but by doing this speed round of questions, we have a nice little sponsor by the name of Wing Barn. Got the best wings. Get the best wings in the Valley. It's locally owned. I got
Right.
gift cards to give away. I don't know if Sophia could use them when she goes to the island, but hey, I'll get them to you somehow so you can give to her.
Or maybe
Hey,
you know what, Coach?
And
Maybe
one
you
of
can
those
talk
sweat.
to
Go ahead.
maybe you can talk to Coach Schaefer and get the horns down to the valley again next year. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and then you got Jordy playing at Bird Ogden Arena against the team that her dad and her mom used to work for. Like, that's full circle.
That's full circle. That'd be awesome.
It just and he was just there. I tried to get him to do Vic Schaefer Day when he came to the Valley 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago. They came down. They had to fulfill a
That's
game
right.
RV, but he was like, I need somebody to coordinate it. I was like, maybe the next time. You got to schedule.
Well, let's get the horns down there every year, man. I know they're welcome down there. So, all right, G, let's
For
play
sure.
the game.
All right, let's do it. All right, Coach, it's this or that. All right, you're just going to give me an answer one. There's no right or wrong answer. Okay.
Gotcha.
You're just going to kind of tell me which one you prefer. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, this or that. All right.
Dang good.
Onion rings or fries?
Onion rings.
Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Oh man! All
I
right.
mean, his daughter's
Mustard.
named after Jordan. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be. All right. Mustard or ketchup?
Mustard.
Mustard. East or west?
East.
Ooh, okay. Sonic or Whataburger?
Sonic. No, Whataburger. Whataburger.
I know what Matt would say on that one too.
Yeah, Whataburger.
Gotcha. You
We
remember
get off-
Whataburger now, right?
Yeah, we get off every time we go to Texas. That's the first place we go.
That's right.
Regardless
right.
of
That's
what
probably-
time of day it is.
Was that a big decisive factor in Jordy's decision when she was like, out of
There's
all
a
these
Whataburger there.
schools, like,
No, it's Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros is 3 minutes
Dutch
away.
There's a Dutch Bro 3 minutes away. Oh man. All right.
Do a commercial. There's an NIL there somewhere, man.
there's got to be.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Hot or cold?
Hot.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
All right. Peanut butter or jelly?
Peanut butter.
Layup or the 3-pointer, Coach?
Layup.
Sure thing, baby. How about a
Yeah.
dunk?
Hey, now, it's funny. My coaches didn't like the dunk earlier. So
Yeah.
even though I could stand under the basket and do it, he said, get it high off the glass. That's all I want to see.
All right, man.
Coach.
Congratulations, Coach.
We can't
Thank you.
If you survive the speed round, Coach, give it up to Coach.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining the show. We can't thank you enough for being a part of our lives and being so instrumental in our maturity and our growth. Even though you were on the women's side and you were coaching them, I remember you working me out a couple of times and just kind of helping me like with guidance when I was a college kid just trying to seek things out. And so
you always had like small nuggets of inspiration, and they were big things for us growing up at that age. So we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. It's all, it takes a village. They always say that. It takes a village, man.
That's right.
I appreciate you, Coach. I just want to give you your flowers, and we're definitely going to be watching Sophia and Jordy play, and I'm looking forward to it. And if there's anything that we can do for you guys, just let us know. G's got all the gift certificates for Sophia when she comes down to South Padre. So,
Hey, G, I got to get one of those shirts, man. The UTGRV.
Look at that, baby.
Yeah.
We'll talk to Coach Fig. We'll talk to Coach Fig, and he'll hook you up.
Yeah.
All right. That's great, man.
All right.
Absolutely.
Coach, till next time, you're welcome back anytime you want to come. All right.
Hook 'em, fellas.
Saddle up. Bees
What's
up.
up, guys?
Hook 'em, bees up.
like we weren't supposed to come up with something this clean. You know, like something happened